Good morning and welcome to this week's episode of the Last Night's Game podcast. I'm your host, Amy Butchon Siegfried, and we are talking about all things the month of October. The month of October in the world of sports is insane. It's also insane in everyone's lives between football and Halloween and fall weather and all the things, all the pumpkin spice lattes we're consuming. Here to talk about that with me is my co host, my favorite brother, Scott. Scott, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having me on. Yeah, we're here to talk about a jam-packed sports schedule that you'll be able to have so many different conversation starters with all your friends, sports fans, not sports fans, and we're leading up to Spooktober as well. So there's a lot going on in October.
Spooktober, huh?
Spooktober, yes, it's very spooky. It's October, but spookier.
Rumor has it your house is already decorated.
Rumor is very spooky already.
Yeah.
It's never too early.
It's never too early. I hear you're all out. Like, we have a set of ghosts. That's about where we're at.
We have multiple ghosts and some other stuff.
Do you have a blow up thing in your front yard?
Not yet, but by the end of Spooktober, there will likely be a 20-foot ghost somewhere blown up outside.
I want it on your roof or a
It
giant spider.
would scare the pigeons away, so that would be nice.
Okay, so we're diving into Spooktober or Sportstober. Maybe we should
Sportstober, wow.
trademark that.
Trademark.
There's a lot happening, and if you're not into one sport or the other, that's great. It doesn't matter if you're into any sports. Let's talk a little bit about. Let's start off with the question I love. Like, you're really good at this. Give me a go-to conversation starter with sports fans, something that's relatable to everyone.
Travel.
Okay.
We have a lot of F1 coming up, and we have a race in Singapore, which you've been to, and a race, one of the original race in America, down in Austin. So we got a lot of flight miles being earned by these teams. And Singapore is the only night race, is that correct? Or it
That
was the
is.
only night race
It's
at the time.
I guess, yeah, till Vegas came along, right? It was the only
Yes.
one that's, yeah, finished at night, so or only night race, so, yeah, that race was incredible. We went for a couple years, and
Mhm.
it's how we got to become F1 fans, so we figured we would dive in and learn, much like you get yours in Vegas now.
Yes.
It's been a good F1 season. Oscar Piastri is, in first in the points. It's been fun to watch, so to see new names, Max Verstappen, who's won a ton, and Lewis Hamilton, who's obviously won, I think, 6 or 7 world championships.
Seven.
Um,
Seven.
7. So Hamilton is not in the top 3, but Verstappen, Norris, and Piastri are, and, the tiny human wants to go as Piastri as a Halloween costume.
That's a bold strategy.
It is. I'll be honest, it oscillates between Piastri and the scariest monster you've ever seen.
They're not one and the same.
And oddly enough, you can't buy a costume.
You can't buy like a flame
Like
suit or whatever.
like a McLaren costume, they don't sell
Nothing.
those.
Wow. Ruining little kids' dreams.
I know, I found one on Etsy, but it was like $150, and I'm like, "Screw that. I will
No,
get you a suit and hot glue them on."
no, not at all. And so this season hasn't been, it's just not Verstappen winning every race.
Right,
It's a little bit more wide open.
it's been kind of fun to watch and to see that mixed up a little bit, and then obviously we have Austin around
Mhm.
the corner mid-October,
Yes.
which is always a fun race to watch. I've driven on that track, actually.
How fast did you go?
I think we went it was for the Audi driving school that was there. I think we went like 160-ish.
Which is probably terrifying
But when you're the passenger, you wanna vomit because you get car sick,
because you're not driving and you're just sitting there.
and you're zooming around
G-force,
corners.
and they're going like 100 miles an hour more than you in
Yeah,
the
well,
race.
I drove it
Oh, you
around,
did?
but then when I drove with Reagan and when he drove, yeah, it was but it's incredible just how they learn this track because you can't see some of those corners. You can't see some of the you go over a hill and you can't see. It's like
Mhm.
it's just so I mean, I know that that's their job and obviously to
Yeah.
learn that, but it's really kind of cool to see be on that course and understand they're going twice as fast as we are.
Yes. Yeah, and it doesn't look it's just way harder in person than it is on TV.
Yeah, I can't even imagine. I mean, we were
No.
listening to, like, rock and roll music driving through, like, it was a Sunday outing.
Yeah, you have to.
It's cool. Well, and then they're in Vegas right before Thanksgiving, so
They are.
we now have Miami, Austin, and Vegas as the 3 US races where we only had Austin previously.
Yep. Stepping up, and it's F1 season
It's F1
along with
season.
every other season.
Yeah, exactly. So we're talking about other seasons. We're diving into the postseason for baseball.
Yes.
So I don't have a baseball team to cheer for, so fill me in on who I should be cheering for as the playoffs start for Major League Baseball.
Okay, well, if you're a front runner, you'll go with the Los Angeles Dodgers because they are defending champions and they have a pretty stacked roster. So that's a very easy choice if you want to just jump on the
The bandwagon.
bandwagon. But if you want maybe a smaller market underdog fighter mentality team, the Milwaukee Brewers,
Okay.
who've had really just the most remarkable season. They have the best record in the National League. Kind of out of nowhere, they've got like a very low payroll, small market, a fun market, as you know that
Mhm.
Milwaukee likes to party. And they have the brewer that goes down the slide, also very exciting when they hit home runs. So I think we're going to go Brewers. And there's also an element of a wonderful breakfast food to cheer for with the Brewers.
Okay, please tell me about this. You asked me about this before we started, and I was like, "I have no idea what you're talking
I was
about."
kind of stunned to know that you hadn't heard of this. It's sweeping the nation. So the Brewers went on an incredible winning streak during the summer, mostly in August, and the good luck charm was pocket pancakes,
Okay. Is
which
this
is exactly what you think they are. They
like, is
had
this code for something else?
no, they had pancakes in their pockets. The coach would eat them after the games and the interviews. It's a nice, tasty snack.
Like, they lit
I can't say it's the most sanitary thing they could eat, but pocket pancakes. So if you like breakfast foods,
were
there's
they in
another reason.
they were in their back pockets because they don't have front
Yes, they
pockets,
do not have front pockets for
so
their
they've
keys.
been sitting on them,
Perhaps,
sliding on
yes.
them. Baseball players, I know we've done
They're
this, we've
weird.
talked about our superstitions.
Yes,
Baseball players have some of the strangest superstitions
they
there
do.
around.
Well, there's just so many games and you just have so much free time.
So much
So why not throw a delicious breakfast food in your back pocket and eat it whenever you need it? And clearly it worked. So any pancake enthusiast, now you have a team to cheer for.
we do love pancakes in our house.
You do. There you go. Maybe you should start doing it when you go to
I'm
work.
putting pancakes in my back pocket and just pulling them out while I sit at my desk.
I don't know if you can put syrup on them before, but maybe you carry a little pocket syrup.
I think I'd probably put them in a Ziploc bag.
Oh, that's no fun.
And isn't there something I saw pop up on my phone?
Uh-huh.
Um, Major League Baseball is using technology which they've really not embraced previously in the playoffs?
No, next season.
Next
But
season, okay.
it will be talked about nonstop throughout the playoffs while you're eating your pocket pancakes. So it's called the ABS system, which is an automatic ball strike challenge system. So it's much simpler than like the football challenge where you throw the flag and they review it for 20 minutes.
Mhm.
It'll be simple. Only the batter, catcher, or pitcher can challenge, and they'll just tap their helmet after the pitch, and they can challenge ball or strike. And it's done kind of like tennis has the Hawkeye technology.
Mhm.
Very similar, so it'll be, like, instant. Minor leagues has it, I've seen it done in a game, it's very quick, but it's gonna be a very big topic of conversation. There won't be robot umpires, but there will be a robot helping them.
Interesting, and how, like,
AI is taking over.
AI is taking over, taking your jobs,
Yes.
um, unless you're making pancakes, which they'll probably do that too.
Yeah.
So, can you have, like, a limit?
I think there is a limit, I don't know the exact number.
Got it,
They'll
okay.
probably work on it, but it's very efficient, it's fast, it's gonna take away so much, nonsense from the umpires.
That's kind of the fun part.
It is kind of fun, so that they'll find something else to argue about.
Who else are we gonna heckle?
I don't know if they can yell at the cameras and get ejected by the cameras.
New York's like, "And eject."
Yeah, just shoots ketchup on them or something. So that's going to be talked about a lot nonstop all throughout playoffs.
Interesting. Okay, so we're in Major League Baseball playoffs. We're also a lot happening to wrap those seasons up. So leads me to if you want to fire up a sports fan this week, talk about
The amount of money it'll take to stream all NBA basketball games this season.
are they pulling an NFL where they're on 18 different platforms?
They are making it challenging for fans to find it and making it more expensive. So we now have NBC, Peacock, and Amazon Prime coming in, which is replacing NBA on TNT, everyone's favorite show. So now you're gonna have to go find NBC, Peacock, Amazon Prime to locate basketball games, which will be fun for fans to try to figure out, in addition to ABC and ESPN that they're already on and NBA TV. So just like football, it's going to be a challenge for fans for a little bit to get used to it.
I guess as a bonus, if you are a sports fan, you probably already have all those platforms because you're
Yes.
watching football anyways.
Yeah, so there's very good correlation between football and NBA. So if you already have them most likely.
So NBA season starts around the 21st of October. The Thunder are the reigning defending champions.
Yes.
Any interesting NBA news that we need to know rolling into the season?
There is one. It's kind of technical if you'll give me a moment to
Okay, please.
explain. So at the end of this is a great conversation starter for basketball fans watching games. At the end of quarter, if they get the ball in with like half a second left, most players will not shoot until the buzzer goes off, so it doesn't count against their shooting percentage.
Oh, I didn't
That's a
know
little
that.
tip. They used to do that, but they just changed the rule that it won't count against the individual player's shooting percentage. So you'll see more shots at the end of quarters with last second, like in the last couple
Second.
seconds
Well, because they probably want the clip, right, of
percentage.
everyone.
Yes,
Well, I mean,
because
but
before, yeah,
the NBA wants the clip of, like, the fans going crazy if they make it, and the player doesn't wanna make obscene shots and have it go I actually never
yeah.
really
So,
thought about
so
it going against their
if you watch it, most guys would time it just after the buzzer, so it doesn't count against their shooting percentage if they miss it. But now that's been wiped out, so you'll see
That's
more shots.
interesting.
Yes, that's a great conversation starter for some basketball fans.
That's really interesting. I didn't know that was a
So
thing.
more half court shots or three-quarter court shots.
Well, there you go. Okay, so
There we go. Yeah.
NBA starts at 20 around the 21st. Hockey season, NHL season also starts the beginning of October around the 8th, and
Yes.
so there's a lot happening there as well.
Nonstop. And hockey and basketball correlate perfectly with their schedules, so they're both going equally long seasons, an 82 game season. So obviously hockey's a bit more physical. But yeah, hockey's back. Panthers are two-time defending champions, which is pretty unheard of. So they're at the top of the mountain.
You can fall from the top of the mountain, Panther
You
fans.
can, you can. Be careful and fall amongst the rats on the ice.
Yeah, exactly. So the Rats is an interesting story for anybody who needs a conversation started with a hockey fan. The Florida
Yes.
Panthers.
Florida Panthers, rat tradition. Used to have rats in their stadium because it was kind of old and gross, I think. And at one moment, a player on one of the team may or may not have hit a rat with a stick and ended the rat's life, and then went out and had an incredible game. And the legend kind of spread from there. So now they throw plastic rats on the ice after wins.
It's a strange tradition, and I have to say once again, Florida, it's a strange one, even for you.
Yeah, hockey players might be up there with baseball players on traditions as
That's
weird.
probably true, right?
Yeah,
We
it's a little
definitely
bit
have
tougher
some
to hide a pancake in your hockey outfit pads, though.
but is it?
I don't know.
You
Actually, that's
could
a
put
good
more
point.
pancakes in there. You probably have more
Relation.
spaces.
Yeah, keep you warm.
Yeah, but your pancake would definitely get sweaty.
Yes, it would.
Give us a little 101. We're obviously in the middle of the NFL as well as college football. What's happening in college football? What are we seeing happening in that world? How's Arch Manning doing? What do we have conversating around the world of football?
And so the main one we're going to talk about is just the college football playoff. Since they've expanded teams that are eligible with the 12-team format, it just makes the amount of teams still in the hunt pretty much unlimited. So you have a lot more fan bases thinking they have a chance to make it to the playoff, and their seasons aren't necessarily dead in October like they would have been before. So it gives everyone a little bit of hope. I know, remember last year ASU caught the rocket ship and they got in the playoff, and that got everyone excited. Forks up. Is that it?
Yeah,
Forks up.
or fork you, whatever you want us to.
Yes.
Yeah,
College football playoff. Everyone's got a chance basically, unless you're like 5 losses.
unless you're Notre Dame and you're 1-2.
Then you can just win out like they did last season. Same thing.
Yeah,
So
it's been
yeah.
an interesting football season to watch. I think from a lot of different facets.
Yes.
We've had the Chiefs have not been great in the NFL,
Mhm.
so that's a disappointment to Taylor Swift fans. I've seen Travis Kelce kind of losing his mind a couple of
Yeah.
games, so that's interesting. It's a different. I feel like we have a different vibe going in football now, maybe because of college football players are getting paid and.
Yes.
Just I think the whole thing is just a little bit more interesting, and the expansion of the playoffs definitely makes a difference.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I don't count the Chiefs out. They're getting guys back that are hurt, so they'll inevitably be in the playoffs.
They're always sneaking in there.
Yes, they are.
Um, there's so much happening. We've covered most of it. Obviously, the Chicago Marathon's around the corner. There are
Mhm.
just so many things happening in the world of sports. So stick with us as we talk about all the things happening in the world of sports. Maybe we'll do some more on superstitions if
Yeah,
I can't
pancakes.
remember the last time we've talked about that, but pancakes can be right up there. So think of
Absolutely.
the Brewers and
Yes.
baseball and sports while you're having a breakfast meeting. It's a
Yes.
great way to bridge the conversation, to go from pancakes to baseball, to then turn that into visiting Milwaukee and beer and other things that you want to talk about that are not sports related.
There you go.
Thank you for sharing all your wisdom with us in the world of sports and appreciate you and go sports.
Go sports.